Have you ever stopped to think about the power that words have in our lives? In today's video, we'll explore a fascinating and profound topic: how it might be possible for God to speak through our minds using words as a vehicle. Just imagine, words aren't just sounds or letters on a page. They're powerful tools that can shape reality, influence our decisions, and even connect us with the divine. Science has begun to unravel how our brains process words and ideas that go beyond the ordinary. Let's dive into this mystery, presenting not only the scientific perspective, but also real practices that demonstrate how words can profoundly affect our lives. Now, why is this important? Recent studies, such as one published in the Quarterly Journal of Experimental Psychology by S. Gray and A. Matthews, suggest that how we interpret words can affect everything from our emotional state to our daily actions. And by understanding this from a scientific perspective, we can improve our communication, mental health, and even spirituality. In this video, we'll discover together the hidden power of words and how, possibly, God speaks through the human mind. So watch until the end to grasp everything. Since time immemorial, words have been attributed with almost mystical powers. In various cultures, it's spoken of how words can heal, destroy, or inspire. But what does science tell us about this? Well, over the past few decades, researchers in neuroscience and cognitive psychology have begun to understand how words influence the human brain. For instance, research on the placebo effect, where the mere suggestion that something can cure actually has healing effects, demonstrates the power of words in action. Similarly, studies on neuroplasticity reveal how learning and repeating certain words can literally reshape our brains. This ability of the brain to reorganize based on the words we hear, speak, or read helps us understand how instructions or messages can be deeply internalized. Moreover, throughout human history, great leaders and spiritual figures like Jesus, Buddha, and others use words not just to teach but to transform. They understood the power of words, not only to inform, but to evoke feelings and provoke action. This transformative use of words connects with the idea that perhaps there's a deeper spiritual or divine dimension to how words are used and perceived. Now let's delve into how these developments and discoveries lead us to the modern understanding of the hidden power of words and their connection to the divine. To understand how God might speak through our minds, we first need to explore some fundamental concepts of neuroscience and psychology. Let's begin with the theory of embodied cognition, which suggests that what we think is deeply influenced by our bodies and the environment we're in. When we hear or read words, we're not just processing meaningless symbols. We're activating areas in the brain that deal with sensations, emotions, and memories related to those words. The human brain has specialized areas, such as the fusiform gyrus, for recognizing written words, and Broca's area for processing grammar and speech production. When we process words that have a spiritual or emotional meaning, other areas of the brain, like the prefrontal cortex and limbic system, are also activated. These areas are related to decision-making, emotions, and values, suggesting an interaction between language and our deeper beliefs. Studies like the neurobiology of positive emotions, published in the journal Neuroscience and Biobehavioral Reviews, show that words with positive or inspiring connotations can activate the brain's reward system, releasing neurotransmitters like dopamine, which make us feel good and motivated. On the other hand, negative or threatening words can trigger a stress response, releasing hormones like cortisol. From a scientific standpoint, when someone believes they are receiving divine messages through words, this experience can be framed within the concept of self-transcendent experiences. These are experiences that lead people to feel a connection with something greater than themselves and can be interpreted through heightened activity in certain areas of the brain, such as the temporal lobe. To make this more tangible, let's consider how a simple phrase can change our day. When someone says, "I believe in you," not only does it sound pleasant, but it can actually change how we see ourselves and act, enhancing our abilities and confidence. To illustrate how words can have a profound and even divine power, let's explore a case study involving the practice of meditation and prayer, focusing especially on how the words used in these contexts affect our mind and behavior. The use of mantras in meditation is an ancient practice originating from spiritual traditions in India. A mantra is usually a word or phrase repeated during meditation and is thought to help focus the mind and promote a state of relaxation or spiritual connection. In a study conducted by neuroscientists, a group of participants was instructed to meditate daily for 30 minutes, repeating a specific mantra. Another group was instructed to meditate for the same amount of time but without using a mantra, focusing only on their breathing. Both groups were monitored using functional magnetic resonance imaging to observe changes in brain activity. The results showed that the group using mantras during meditation had significantly higher activity in areas of the brain associated with focused attention and stress reduction. Additionally, this group reported feeling a greater sense of peace and a deeper connection with the environment or the universe, indicative of self-transcendent experiences. This study suggests that words, in this case mantras, not only help shape our meditation experience, but also have the potential to alter the structure and function of the brain in ways that promote well-being and perhaps a deeper connection with the divine. This practical example shows how the conscious repetition of words can have a profound impact not only on our mental state, but also on our spiritual experience and connection with the world around us. As we deeply understand the power of words and their ability to shape our reality and spiritual connection, several important implications arise. Understanding the impact of words on our mind and spirit can revolutionize practices of personal and spiritual growth. The conscious application of positive words and affirmations can not only improve our emotional well-being, but also connect us more deeply with the divine. This reflects the idea that through words, whether in prayers, meditations, or simple conversations, we can feel the presence and guidance of God in our lives. In the field of education, incorporating teachings about the power of words can help students develop more conscious and empathetic communication. Schools and educational programs can teach how words affect not only our emotions, but also our spiritual connections, encouraging a form of communication that promotes peace and understanding. Science provides tools to understand how words affect the brain, but spirituality shows us how they affect the soul. Integrating these two areas can lead to a richer understanding of how words and thoughts can be used for healing, transformation, and communication with the divine. The power of words can also be used to strengthen communities and improve interpersonal relationships. By understanding how positive words can influence environments and relationships, individuals and groups can work together more harmoniously and with greater mutual understanding. How can you start using the power of words to transform your own life? Reflect on the words you choose daily. Do they reflect the values and spiritual connection you want to cultivate? We encourage you to experiment with positive affirmations or mantras, observing how they can change your mood, decisions, and daily interactions. We hope this video inspires you to consider the impact your words have on your life and others, and to explore more deeply how they can be a bridge to the divine. Enjoy and subscribe to our channel.